What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be going over Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is a very popular concept in psychology. I remember studying and learning about it in school and college. It's been brought up to my attention again recently in therapy. I know for me personally, I'm learning in therapy that I'm trying so hard to get to that self-actualization level when the foundation level, although can be met to some extent, if it was pushed to that next level, can also elevate your level of fulfillment as well. We'll just quickly go over what the Maslow's hierarchy of needs is. We'll go over the whole pyramid itself, what I'm learning from it through therapy and my experiences with it as a whole, and how it can help you and benefit your life. So starting off with what Maslow's is, it's a hierarchy pyramid. Essentially, from the bottom floor, it starts with your physiological needs. In order to reach the highest level of self-actualization, each ladder step below it needs to be fulfilled. So starting from the bottom, it'll be your physiological needs, your air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, the essentials. Safety needs, it's going to be your security, so your house, your safety, your resources, your property, your employment, your belonging. Sorry, not your belonging. That's the next step. Next one is going to be step 3 is your love and belonging. So this is going to be your friendships, your intimacy, your family, and your community, your sense of connection. Next step is going to be esteem, your self-esteem, self-respect, your status, your recognition, strength, and freedom. Keep in mind with each level, we're building up on each step of the ladder. The top of the ladder is going to be self-actualization. This is where you hit the highest level of fulfillment to become your best version of yourself, your 2.0 version of yourself. So the biggest reason why I brought this up today is because in therapy, I'm realizing that it's easy to see on a fundamental level that your food, water, shelter, your fundamental needs are set. I've always been so fond about trying to hit that best version of myself, my 2.0 version of yourself. So I'm so caught up in the self-esteem, self-actualization point that I don't want to say I'm skipping it, because from my point of view, and I'm sure yours as well, we have those fundamental requirements. We have food, we have shelter, we have water. So it's so easy to be like, we have these things, let's skip to the next one. Let's look for love and belongingness, let's look for relationships, partners, self-actualization, fulfillment, whatever that looks like to you. But I'm realizing now through therapy that for myself, at least personally, my physiological and safety needs aren't nearly as met as I thought I was. Let's say for starters right now, my living situation, for those who follow my story, I had to move out of my house. I'm staying at my girlfriend's place right now. I'm working in her solarium, which is in her backyard essentially. So my safety needs are kind of mucked right now. I don't have really my ideal setup, my safety, security, it's not at the level it once was. I find for a lot of people, even if you look at physiological needs, air, food, water, shelter, it sounds so basic, right? But think about the foods that you're fueling your body with. You can take your self-actualization level, that highest level fulfilling version of yourself, to that next level if even the physiological needs, your basic food and water. Say you're consuming more water in a day, say you're not drinking water, and you actually start consuming a normal amount, and you start eating healthier foods. You can bring that level of self-fulfillment to a way higher level versus just saying you have food and water. Again, in my situation here, the biggest things for me I'm looking at is my sense of employment and my sense of security. So I would say for me personally, my physiological needs are pretty met. I sleep well, I eat well, I live in a good environment, so food and water is good. But as far as my safety needs go, again, I've been looking at this pillar saying I've been good, I'm into self-esteem, self-actualization, but I'm realizing that my safety as far as income and employment hasn't been consistent since I quit both jobs. I'm a self-employed startup company, so it's as you could imagine, hit and miss weeks, hit and miss months, so it's very unstable. So I've been realizing that lack of stability is something that I've been missing in my day-to-day life, along with my safety needs. My housing is so messed up right now that it's definitely made an impact on the other half of the pyramid for me. Self-actualization, self-esteem, belongingness, it's all important, but what I want you to look at or reevaluate with this video is really looking at the foundation, because it's so easy to see you have it and that you have the basics, but it's so easy to also skip it because you have the basics. Really take a closer look at your level of health, your level of food, water, like the things you could be doing better on a foundational level. Because again, like you might have all these things, but to what extent? Because you can just take that level of self-fulfillment to a higher stage if you elevate your baseline. So love and belongingness, I'd say this could really be elevated by surrounding yourself with the right groups of friends and family. Of course, you can't pick your family, but you can control the people that you are surrounded with and connected with. A saying that my mom and family always said growing up was, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. And I think that holds true in a lot of things. So think about the kind of person you want to be, the kind of person you want to surround yourself with, and that'll influence the amount of person you actually become at the top of the ladder again. Self-esteem, the second from the top, I would just say that's mostly going to come down to mindset, which can also be worked on through the previous ladders. Again, putting yourself in good health through the gym, putting yourself in recognizable situations through work. Like these are all things that build off each other, right? So I'd say self-esteem will come from the steps below. And then also for self-actualization, that's when you're hitting the highest achieving version of yourself. That's the top of the pyramid. Again, like I feel like everyone is so obsessed with this point and saying that they can or have reached it, but there's always ways to become more and to always grow. And I think the best way to continue to do so is by continuing to reevaluate, reassess, see how you can improve and enhance those other steps in the ladder to continuously improve your well-being and level of fulfillment. I'd say those were the biggest topics I wanted to go over today. If you had any questions on what I covered, shoot me a message. Definitely read into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a very popular concept in psychology. If you want to see more about it, read more about it, I can leave a link for it in the description. And yeah, message me if you have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next vid.